Hey, it's John from Tech Today. We just rolled out a new feature called Scuttlebutt inside of Kilby. It's pretty cool. And so, what it's meant to do is take a variety of documents. Could work for any use case. The use case I had in mind is investors. So, let's say, for example, you have a folder, and I'm just going to give you a simple example. Typically, you would have, your notes, Excel model, various files from the company, combination of PDFs, Excels, Word doc, so on and so forth. I just wanted to do a quick example here. So I just went to NVIDIA's investor section, and on the IR page, I pulled down quarterly presentation. Next one down here, this is their transcript from the call. This is the press release, CFO commentary, and then revenue trend. And so I pointed Kilby in terminal to that folder. And then the command that we just created is called scuttlebutt. And so now it takes, well, on this tranche of a half dozen files or so, when I ran it, it took kind of a minute plus. And so it'll go through and when I was just running it in test, I was running it on a Linux machine. This is a new Windows machine. I'm not a huge fan of Windows, and we'll probably convert this to Linux. So I'm actually running this for the very first time on Windows, and it'll crawl the documents and synthesize it into an output that makes sense. So it'll give context to the files, and if you had unstructured files in there as well, like your personal notes on the company, it synthesize that as well. That's one area where the large language models truly excel, is text-based documents, and in particular, unstructured text-based documents. Unstructured meaning uh, free-form words on the page, whether it be a Word doc, an email, um, any sort of content that's not formatted. And so at this point in Kilby, it can ingest anything other than video. It will actually, it's not meant to be a coding agent, but it can write code, whether it be in the web browser interface or here in terminal. It could spit out code. So if you uploaded, for example, an HTML page for your website, and you could give Kilby instructions as to how you would want to amend that page, and it will make the enhancements and then return the enhanced file back to you. So this is in real time. I didn't want to cut. I didn't want people to think, it took 30 minutes to generate the output. And the function, I'm logged in. You could see, here I've got M&A strategy exec. You could set an experience lens there as a portfolio manager. There are a number of different roles. I think we're up to 17 now. But these commands aren't specific to a role. I mean, this particular command would make sense for M&A exec, CFO, PM, what have you, but it's not limited to those roles. Anybody can use these commands. So here's sort of the output. Scuttlebutt synthesis, core read. So remember, this is all from content from the downloads were all content from NVIDIA's most recent earnings call. And I think what I'll do is I'll copy this and drop it into the show notes for our YouTube vid, and I'll post this to Tech Today as well, so you don't have to sit here and read my video. But it's kind of neat. I think we have a 50 megabyte limit on upload size in terms of files if you choose to upload content to the web UI and run this in web, but here on terminal, you just have to point it at a folder and it will read whatever's in there. That's all for now. See you next time.